Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome, my dear students, Senior 1, to continue our discussion about genes interactions. Genes interaction. We are talking here, inshallah, today. We want to revise what we have studied about gene interaction, Mendelian and the non-Mendelian traits. We want to solve some questions about it, okay? Let's go to choose question number 1. So today will be, inshallah, a revision. Inshallah, a revision on gene interaction on chapter 1 and 2. Choose the correct answer. Are you ready?
Yes.
Salma, your question, Salma. Okay. Number 1, choose the correct answer. The inheritance of blood group includes what? Multiple alleles, complete dominance, lack of dominance, all the previous. Again, multiple alleles, complete dominance, lack of dominance, all the previous. What do you think? Blood group contain? Lack of dominance? Yes, it contains lack of dominance. And also it contains multiple alleles. We have 3 genes, A, O, V. And also we have complete dominance. We have the B dominant over O and the A dominant over O. And the lack of dominance between A and B. So we have what? What is the correct answer? All the previous, okay? The correct answer will be what? All the previous, okay? Ruqayya, now your turn.
From examples of the lack of dominance is the colors of flowers in anthurium plants.
Anternum, okay. The lack of dominance, example, anternum plant, very good. But the B vegetable, this is the complete dominance, Mendel. And P flower, this is a complementary genes, okay? Okay. Let's go to another question, Salma. Yes. The genotype which leads to the emergence of a red color in pea flower. Which one is red? A capital A small, B small, B small, A capital A small, B capital B small, A small, A small, B capital B capital, A small, A small, B small, B small. Which one is red?
A small, A small, A small, B small, B small.
This one?
Yeah.
Are you sure? The red is a dominant trait, okay? And it appears only if at least one gene in the 2 pairs is dominant. At least one gene of the 2 pairs is dominant. Okay?
Okay.
Which one is correct?
It's A small, B small, B capital, B capital.
It must be one capital in each pair. One capital in each pair at least. Must be here one capital, one dominant, and here one dominant. So the correct answer will be A capital, A small, B capital, B small. Okay? At least one pair must have one dominant gene. Okay? Remember this. Okay? Ruqayya now.
The percentage of negative rhesus factor individual is a percent among human being, 85.
Negative or positive?
لا,
85 for
15.
positive. But the negative is what?
15.
15, very good. The negative is 15. Thank you very much. Let's go to number 5, ya Salma. The inheritance of fur color of yellow mice represent a case of complementary genes, lack of dominance, lethal genes, linked genes. You remember the yellow color of the mice? Salma, are you with me? Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr.
Complementary or lack of dominance or lethal genes?
Complementary.
And the yellow color, if it is pure, it causes the death of the mice. If the two genes of the yellow color are found in dominant state, they cause the death of the mouse. This is one type of a, you remember? Lethal genes, okay? Lethal genes. Okay. Type. Before we continue answering, I want to come back a little bit to another part of the lesson. We haven't discussed it. In this part of the lesson, the effect of the environment. The effect of light on chlorophyll appearance in the green plants. The effect of the light on the chlorophyll appearance in the green plant. You know that the green color of the plant is due to the presence of the chlorophyll pigment. The chlorophyll is a green pigment which gave a green color for the plant. And if the genes, the two genes of the chlorophyll are found in dominant state, the plant can make chlorophyll. And if there is one dominant gene only, the plant also can make chlorophyll. And if the two genes are recessive, here the plant doesn't contain chlorophyll, and the plant will die become yellow and die wilt. This happened in early stage in the growing of the plant. So the plant cannot live if it has two recessive genes, C small of the chlorophyll. We say that it is a recessive lethal genes. But we have here, if we have the dominant gene and the plant has the gene of the chlorophyll, but we place it in a dark place, there is no light. Does the plant become green and absorb sunlight? Does the gene can work in the absence of the light?
No.
Of course not. Because there is a relationship between the work of the gene and the environmental conditions. The gene of the green color, the presence of chlorophyll, cannot work if you put the plant in the dark or in an area without the light. So the gene can present itself and can express itself only. This gene of chlorophyll can express itself and can work probably if you put the plant in the light. But if you put the plant in a dark or an area without light, the gene cannot work because of the effect of the environmental conditions. The absence of light effect on the gene of the chlorophyll. Like what we have, if you look at the cabbage, you know the cabbage? Did you see a cabbage fruit before? Cabbage leaves? You know cabbage?
No.
Crumb, cabbage, crumb, you know? Crumb, the green color of the outer leaves only. The cabbage leaves, you say that you see the cabbage, it is formed of many leaves over each other, leaf one layer after one layer and so on. The outer leaves only are green, but the inner leaves are what? The inner leaves of the cabbage have what color?
Light green.
Light green or white. Sometimes it is white. Yes. Why it is white? It contains the gene or not? Yes, it contains the gene, but it doesn't expose to the light. The cabbage leaves, the inner leaves are white. Why? Because the gene exists, but it is inner leaf, so it doesn't expose to the light, so it's still white, doesn't change into green. And after you expose it to the light, if you remove the green leaves of the cabbage and leave the cabbage in the sunlight, after some time the white leaves become green, so the gene start working. The gene of the green color start working in the presence of light. This is the effect of environmental conditions on the action of the gene. If he asks you to give an example to ensure the appearance of the trait affected by the environmental factors, you can mention what? The color of the color of the cabbage leaves. The color of the cabbage leaves in an example of the effect of the environmental condition, effect of the light. The inner leaves are white, and if you see the outer leaves are green. If you remove the green leaves and the white leaves exposed to the light, they change into green due to the effect of the light on the action of the gene. Okay. We have here, we can come back to the exercise. We can go back to the exercise. Also, there is other factors, not only the light. We have other factors like air pollution, oxygen deficiency, exposure to rays or radiation, like factors like light and heat, and so on. There is, there is another example called the Himalaya rabbit. There is another example called the Himalaya rabbit. The Himalaya rabbit has hair which is dark in the when the temperature is normal. The Himalaya rabbit has a dark hair or black hair or black fur. And if you expose the Himalaya rabbit to cold weather for a long time, the dark hair or the dark fur of the rabbit change into white. And this is the effect of the heat. This is an example of the effect of the heat on the color of the Himalaya rabbit. The fur of Himalaya rabbit in the warm weather become dark or black, and they change into white if it change into black if it exposed to a very cold weather, but it is white in the normal conditions. Again, the Himalaya rabbit has white fur, but if you expose it to a very, very cold weather, the color of the fur changes into dark. Okay, this is the effect of the heat. Another example on another example of the environmental conditions. We have a problem here. A man with A blood group married a woman with unknown blood group. Okay, A blood group has two genotypes. It can be what and it can be what? Can be A capital, or it can be what? A capital O, A small. You know, the blood group A has two genotypes. It may be pure and it may be hybrid. Maybe A capital, and also it can be A capital, A small. Married a woman with unknown blood group. Unknown blood group. The woman has unknown blood group. We don't know the blood group of the woman. Okay? And she gave birth a child with O blood group. She gives birth a child with O blood group. Type O blood group for the child. We know that O has one genotype. O has one genotype, which is what? OO. Okay. What is the possibilities of the mother's blood group and all children? Okay. We have many possibilities. The mother can be what? This mother can be what? We have here the child OO. The child is OO. So it takes one O from his father and another O from his mother. Here we have AA or AO. Okay, the two genotypes of the blood group A. It may be pure AA and it may be hybrid AO. This is the father blood group. Okay. This one is not a possibility. This one is not a possibility at all because the child A has double O genes. It must, the father must be hybrid. The father must be hybrid like this. The father must be AO. Because one of his child will be O, it must give him the O gene. So the father must be like this. It cannot be like this at all. It must be like this. The genotype of the father must be AO. So the father is AO. The mother has many possibilities. The mother has many possibilities. How many possibilities of the mother? How many?
OO.
Yes, it can be OO. And also it can be
AO.
yes, AO. And also it can be
AA.
no, BO. It gives a child O gene. How can it give his child her child O gene? It must have the O gene. صح? It must have the O gene. So the mother possibilities, three possibilities. The mother can be OO. It has to give the gene, this gene for the child. And it can be AO to give the gene, the O gene to the child. And it can be BO to give the gene O to the child. So the father has one possibility only, and the mother has three possibilities. Okay? The mother has how many possibilities? Three possibilities, and each one you can make a problem with each one of them. Tamam? So you can make the cross or the marriage between AO and OO, and you can make it between AO and AO, and you can make the possibility between AO and the BO. In each possibility, you can give birth. They can give birth for O child, OO child. In these three cases, you can give birth for O child. Here we can make this marriage between AO and OO. They can give O child. And here we also have AO married AO also. And here we have BO can marry AO. In these three cases, we can give birth a child have O. In the three cases, we can they can give a child with O. This one with this one can give O, and this one with this one can give O, and this one with this one can give a O child. Okay, three cases in the case in the mother. Three cases possibilities for the mother, and a one only possibility for the father. One possibility only for the father. We have here three possibilities for the mother and one possibility only for the father. So you can make it in complete way. You can make it in complete way. The complete problem. We can make the complete problem the cases of the childs. The possibilities here of the childs. You have AOO and also you have AO. Here you have OO and you have AO and also you have AA and you have also OO and you have AO. Three possibilities here. And here we have OO and BB. B, you have BA, or you can say AB. And we have BO. And you have also OO, and finally you have AO. This is all possibilities of the child of the of this marriage. Now we have answered all the questions. Is it clear?
Yes.
Now let's move to another question. Ruqayya, read. What is the percentage of the loss of mice when a yellow male is mated with a gray female? Explain on genetic basis. A yellow male with a gray female. What is the genotype here in the yellow male? What is the possibility of the yellow male? Is it Y capital Y small or Y capital Y capital?
Y capital, Y capital.
The Y capital will die. Ya Ruqayya, it will die in the beginning of its life. Y is a deadly gene, a lethal gene, you know? It is a lethal gene. So the Y capital will die and do not live until mating. It cannot live until mating. So the only possibility is Y capital Y small. And the gray female, what is the genotype of the gray female?
Y small, Y small.
Y small, Y small. This is what? This is parents. This is parents. Okay, B1. And what is the gametes? G1. We have two types of gametes. We have Y capital and Y small. صح? And here we have only one possibility, which is Y small. Okay? Okay. Y capital. Y capital. And here we have Y small. We have here Y small. Okay. This one is gray. And this one is yellow. What is the possibilities here we have in F1? We have two possibilities. Y capitals come with what?
Y small.
Y small. And the other possibility? The other
small,
one,
Y
Y small comes with what? With Y small. So we have two possibilities. Y capital, Y small, and Y small, Y small. This one is what, and this one is what? This one color.
Yellow
What is
and
the
gray.
color of this mice? Yellow.
Yellow and gray.
And this one is a gray. So what is the percentage?
50.
50%. 50 yellow. And the 50 and the 50% gray. Okay, is it easy?
Yes.
Okay, let's move to another one. We have here show on genetic basis the phenotype and the genotype of the flower color character in pea flower. Remember, pea flower, what is the case of the inheritance in pea flower? Is it like the green, the vegetable pea? Is it like the vegetable pea, the complete dominance, or Mendelian or non-Mendelian?
No, Mendelian.
Non-Mendelian. So, is it lack of dominance or complementary genes?
Complementary
genes, of course. It is complementary genes. Two pairs of genes control the trait. Two pairs of genes control the trait. So, yalla, let's go, ya Salma. Let's make it. The possibilities here and here. A capital mating with A here. A capital, A small, B small, B small. What is the color of this one? And what is the color of this one?
The A is red.
Is it white or red?
It's red.
We said before, it
No,
must
it's
be
white.
one gene
It's
at
white.
each pair, at least. So it is what?
White.
White. Very good. With what? The other one is what?
Red.
Why red? A small, A small. There is no A capital. So it will be also white. Okay?
White.
It will be also white because the absence of the A capital. There is no A capital. So what is the? This will be P K1. Okay. Right. Let's go to G1. Can you make G1? Can you make G?
Yes.
What is the possibilities?
A.
Yes, A capital with
B.
B capital or small?
B capital.
جبناها
Sorry, B
منين؟
small.
B small. هنجيبها من اللي عندنا، احنا مش بنخترع من دماغنا. The other possibility.
A small, B capital.
نجيب الكابيتال منين؟ احنا لسه شغالين على البيرنت الاولاني.
B small, B small.
طيب. ده الاحتمالين بتوع البيرنت الاولاني. مارد ايه بقى؟ البوسيبيليتي الناحيه الثانيه.
A small
Yes.
with B
Capital.
capital.
Other
A
possibility
small with B small.
be small. طيب جميل قوي الكلام ده. نعمل بقى ايه الميتنج، نجوز بقى كده، نعمل البوسيبيليتي دي هنا مع دي، ودي مع دي، وبعدين البوسيبيليتي الثالثه هتبقى دي مع دي، والاخر بوسيبيليتي دي مع دي. تقولي لي بقى الاف 1 هيبقى شكله ايه؟ الاف 1 بتاعنا هيبقى شكله ايه؟ ايه الكيسز بتاعتي؟
هيبقى A capital
ايوه.
B small.
ايه سمول، كملي.
Okay. With B
كابيتال
B capital.
بي سمول. تمام. السكند بوسيبيليتي
A
دي
small.
مع دي.
Okay.
ايه كابيتال
A capital with
اول واحده
A
مع اخر واحده.
B.
اول واحده مع اخر واحده.
Okay. A small.
ايه سمول، وبعدين بي سمول بي سمول. ماشي. تعالي بقى نمسك الثانيه دي
Okay.
نشتغل معاها. ايه البوسيبيليتيز بتاعتها؟
A small with A small B small with B capital.
كابيتال بي سمول. واخر بوسيبيليتي عندي
A capital
مش
A
كابيتال خالص.
small
ايه سمول ايه سمول
with A small B small
بي سمول بي
B
سمول.
small.
كده انا عندي الاوف سبرينج اللي هو اف 1. مين فيهم بقى وايت ومين فيهم ايه ريد؟ وات از ذا برسنتج؟ اول واحد ده في كابيتال هنا وفي كابيتال هنا، يبقى ريد ولا وايت؟
It's 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 red.
red. Very good. It's red. Okay. This one is red. And the other one here, there is no B capital. It will be white.
Red.
Okay. And here there is no A capital. It will be what? White. And there is no any capital gene, no dominant gene at all. It will be white. So the percentage will be what? 1 red, 2 A, 3 white. Is it okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Salma. Rukaya, can you make this one?
Yes.
Let's tell me, how can you make it?
White.
Here, the color is white or red? This one.
White.
Look carefully. There is A capital and B capital. So is it white or red?
White.
We have 2 capital here, and in each pair there is 1 capital.
Red.
It will be dominant red. The dominant is red because there is A capital here and we have B capital here. So it will be dominant red because there is at least 1 capital letter, 1 capital, 1 dominant gene in each pair. So this one A capital and this one B capital. So we have here the dominant trait. What is the dominant trait here?
Red.
Red, or sometimes we say purple. Okay, make it red, no problem. This is red, and this is what? The other one is what?
White.
White. Why it is white?
Cause A small and B small.
Because there is no capital G, no dominant G. Okay. So now can we make G1?
Yes. A capital A small.
G1.
B capital B small.
Yeah, let's make G1. We have here two possibilities. Or
A
four
capital A
possibilities.
small.
Here we have how many possibilities here? 2 or 4?
2.
We have 4 possibilities. You know why? We take one from A and one from B. It will be maybe A capital, B capital, and it may be A capital, B small, and it may be A small, B capital, and it may be A small, A, B small. 4 possibilities in this one only. Okay?
طب احنا ليه ما عملناش اللي جنبها
ناخد واحد
كده؟
من الاي وواحد من البي. البوسيبيليتيز بتاعتي هنا انا بجيبها من هنا، بجيبها منين؟ من هنا. انا باخد واحد من الاي، من هنا باخد واحد من الاي مع واحد من البي، وبعدين الاي الثاني مع البي الثاني، وبعدين يبقى هنا ايه كابيتال بي كابيتال، وبعدين ايه كابيتال بي سمول، وبعدين ارجع للاي سمول الثاني اخد الاي ده مع البي الاولانيه ايه سمول بي كابيتال، وبعدين الاي ده مع البي الثاني ايه سمول بي سمول. يبقى انا عملت الفور بوسيبيليتيز هنا بتاعت دي فقط. طب هنا في كام بوسيبيليتي؟ الناحيه الثانيه في كام بوسيبيليتي؟
4.
لا، فكري كويس. كل الفور شبه بعض، كلهم شبه بعض، هتبقى بوسيبيليتي واحده فقط. كل ما تيجي تاخدي واحده من الاول واحده من الثانيه يطلع لك ايه؟ سمول بي سمول، صح؟ لو خدت دي مع دي، لو خدت دي مع دي هتطلع ايه سمول بي سمول، لو خدت دي مع دي هتطلع ايه سمول بي سمول، لو خدت دي مع دي ايه سمول بي سمول، وهكذا. يبقى كل الاحتمالات واحده، هي احتمال واحد فقط، ايه سمول ايه بي سمول. لكن هنا في 4 ايه احتمالات، 4 possibilities. تمام؟ اهو 4 possibilities اهو. ماشي كده؟ كده لما اجي اعمل الايه الاف 1 بقى يبقى ايه البوسيبيليتي بتاعتي في الاف 1؟ يلا نقول البوسيبيليتي بتاعت اف 1. ده مع ده. ها؟
A capital A small.
ايوه. بعدين
A capital A small.
لسه ما كملناش اول واحده. A capital A small، وبعدين
B capital B small.
انا باخد دي دلوقتي مع دي، صح كده؟ صح كده؟
هتبقى B
A
small.
capital A small، وبعدين B capital ايه كمان؟
B small.
ايوه كده. B small. ما ينفعش الاثنين من غير ما نقول البي سمول دي. ماشي كده، عملنا البوسيبيليتي الاولانيه هنا. طب نروح للبوسيبيليتي الثانيه. دي خلاص عملناها، نروح لدي مع دي، هنقول ايه؟
A capital A small.
A capital A small. نكمل.
B small B small.
بي سمول بي سمول. جميل. يلا البوسيبيليتي الثالثه. دي مع دي.
A small A small.
لا A small A small ماشي.
B capital B small.
B capital B